RPG King Kid here, back with some more 100 line Last Defense Academy. In the previous video, we went to the defense room and saw what was in there. We saw the Undying Flame boy's real body, and then Ado absorbed his cryptoglobin. Yeah, that's right, Ado turned out to be the traitor that we learned from Ima and Kako. Ooh. And that was quite an interesting fight and an interesting reveal. And he revealed that he's the one that killed Sirei, and he's also the one that killed Hiroko and the prisoner as well. All because he hated humanity. He wanted to destroy all of humanity because we are a vile creatures and such. And it's just like, damn. But we absorbed all of his stuff, and as a result, we also absorbed the Undying Flame boy's body or stuff as well. And now he's came here as one final thing, and he's gave us the option to turn back time. Now, is this going to be how we make the new routes? Or is this just going to be the whole, all right, you're turning back time to day 95, and you can prevent Nozomi / Karua from dying, and also save him, and also stop Ado much sooner? Guess we'll see. What do you want to tell me? When I was killed by Ado, all my cryptoglobin was incorporated into him. I watched your battle from inside him, and I noticed something. A strange occurrence with Ato's specialist skill. Really? What happened to it? After absorbing my cryptoglobin, Ato's specialist skill underwent, I suppose you'd call it an evolution. It sure seemed that way when we were fighting him. It must be the effect of my cryptoglobin. It seemed to stimulate the power that was already inside of him. And now, by way of Ado, that cryptoglobin resides in you. Your specialist skill, which allows you to redo things, should also have evolved to its highest level. His specialist skill is to undo things? I don't remember that. I'd have to, remember what his special... Oh, right! His specialist skill is that he's able to restart waves. Oh my god. Oh, okay. That is so Uchikoshi and Kodaka of them to be like, oh, this guy has this ability, it's like, oh, it's just a gameplay thing. Nope. They straight up brought that up in story, and it's like, oh, no, that's a real thing that you can do. Motherfucker, that's great. If you use that power, you'd be able to return further back in time than before. All the way back to the beginning of this 100-day period, in fact. There it is. There it fucking is. So yes, this is how we are going to go through the whole other routes. Oh my god. Back to the beginning? You're telling me I could do all 100 days over again? I think you have the power to do so now. I can feel it from inside of you. Is this for real? Can I really go back and redo it? Redo all of it? Naturally, you'd be the only one going back. You'd have to part ways with everyone. Then what would happen to the others? Will they all have to keep living here in this timeline? I'm not sure. They may continue to exist as part of a parallel world, or they might vanish the moment you redo things. Oh my god. Fuck, was that more so Steins Gate? About the whole, oh, it's a parallel world stuff, and, he just... I mean, they called it time travel, but, it's more like time leaping, where he leapt into the consciousness of his body. of that timeline. So, or was there another game like this too where I can't quite remember about the whole like, oh, what happens to that timeline and all that stuff, or maybe that's something they explored in Steins Gate Zero. I can't quite remember. I can't tell you anything for certain. There's no telling how returning to the past might affect other things either. What do you mean? Yeah. I'm curious. I hope, knock on wood. Obviously, I feel like everything of Takumi's would carry over, but would everyone else's stuff carry over? You know, them of absorbing the commanders that I've had them absorb, the abilities and their power and everything. The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. There's no way that flow can be reversed. Breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences. Something unexpected might happen in the world you return to. It may have unfathomable effects on your cryptoglobin. Even on the cryptoglobin? Nothing would be out of the realm of possibility. You'd be using your power to violate the very laws of the universe. At any rate, redoing the past will come with risks, at the very least. And it'll also mean that you'll have to fight all your battles again. You'll have to fight this cruel war all over again, from the start. The outcome may not necessarily be positive. In fact, it could end worse than it has now. But if you're plagued with regret, if you wish to reclaim what you've lost, then you ought to try using that power. You could try to redo the past. What was the first choice that we had in this game? I think it was like choose your destiny, right? That was like what it said before we made our choice, right? I can't quite remember, something along those lines. Yeah.
It's your decision to make. You should choose what you think is the correct path.
I think this is a perfect line because I think this falls right into what Kadaka said about, yeah, there's no quote unquote true ending of this game. If you find an ending and that's like you're happy with that ending, that's your true ending of the game, which I fucking love that. I fucking love that. So
you should press forward and trust in your decision.
Even if I die, I want to press forward and trust in my decision. Trust in my decision. That's all I want to say. I'm glad I finally got the chance to tell you. What happens to you now? I believe I will simply vanish. Or rather, I've already vanished. The fact that I'm here in this way is one more miracle brought about by Cryptoglobin. So now I'm going to disappear for good, like I always should have. Could you tell me one last thing before you go? You were nameless. You had no roots. You're incapable of living on your own. Treated like a weapon, then killed. Hey! Do you want to relive that life? I wonder. Maybe it's not worth reliving. Why can't I read? But I am what I am. I am all I am, all I am. So I don't think anything will ever change. But if I could, there is something I'd like to do. What's that?
Next time, I want to befriend all of you. I want to argue with you and fight with you. And until the moment I die, I want to do everything I can.
It's going to be very rough, but this could help motivate everyone at this school to start fighting right away in some shape and form. Oh, I can definitely see that we'd have to convince people again. So that'd be interesting. God, I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I want to continue doing this game, if I'm being honest. Like, we haven't technically reached an end of the route. If anything, this is the fucking prologue that we just ended. But I wonder if it's something that I have to do right now, or if this is where day 100 will come in, and that's where I'll do it, is when it becomes day 100. Oh boy.
To live.
Even those words behind, like flames slowly converging, with Ghost Boy vanished. And like, what is he gonna do? Like, is he gonna go talk to Sirei when he goes back into the past and be like, "Hey, Sirei, I know shit, and we need to fix this in some way, shape, or form." Because like, they're still gonna end up dying at the end of day 100. But is there a way that they can make it so they don't die? There are no announcements playing anymore. Well, no shit, the electricity's out. I woke on day 99 in an eerie silence. I hadn't moved from my bed. Couldn't get the conversation from last night out of my head. I can redo the past. I'm the only one who can do it. Don't know what will happen to the others. I have no idea what will be affected or how things will change as a result of going back. Above all, if I redo the past, I'd have to fight for 100 days all over again. That's another thing, too. I'm interested if, you know, if they do... I wonder if the exact battles will be the same, or if they will be in different orders of commanders that show up. I wonder how everyone else is doing. I'm a little curious. Maybe I'll go check in on them. So I gotta go to, like, their room. Oh, no, they're all in different rooms. God, I actually really like this music that's playing right now. Am I on the left? I'm on the east side, so over here is Darumi. Since all the machines have stopped functioning, I can actually die now if I want to. Maybe I should just die. I don't want to fight the rest of the invaders. Oh, I know. Let's all kill each other. And all out brawl until only one of us is left. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo those 100 days, what would you do, Darumi? Would you do it all over again? Yeah, sounds like too much effort. I don't really want a happy ending anyways.
This ending's more fitting for someone like me. One where everything is perfectly unsatisfying.
I mean, I guess that is her to a T. What am I supposed to do now? Just wait for the Earth to be destroyed? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo those 100 days, what would you do, Kako? Would you do it all over again? Huh? If I could redo it? I would. I'd do it all over again. I'd make sure to protect Ima and everyone else. Even if our only choice was to die in the end, I'd still want to die alongside my dear brother.
But I know that's not possible. He's already dead.
Omae no shinderu. You're already dead. Was Gakko in here? No. Gakko is in the Gift-O-Matic room. Hey, is anyone going to come from the artificial satellite and save us? Are they really just going to leave us here to die? What are we supposed to do now? There might still be invaders out there too. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if If you could redo those 100 days, what would you do, Gaku? Would you do it all over again? Huh? Why would I fight again? We never want that. Oh, but if I did do it over again, maybe we could have negotiated with Sirei and got him to let us live. There's no sense in thinking about this. It's not like it's possible anyway.
My whole life's nothing but rotten luck. I want to redo my whole existence.
God, the music that's playing for this scene as well is just so fucking perfect, too. So I'm on the west side. West side! Alright, so let's go to the biolab. I'll go through the courtyard. And then I'll go to the thing. In a sense, this is a happy ending because we managed to live. But on the other hand, it's a bad ending because we've lost the war. What kind of ending is this ultimately? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo those 100 days, what would you do, Yugamu? Would you do it all over again? Seriously? What an adorable question. I think I'd refrain. I doubt any good would come out of a redo.
It's more likely our time here was fated to end up this way from the start.
I mean, granted, I'll think I'll comment more about it when I talk to everyone about it. But so far, I mean, it's only been 4 people, and 2 of them kind of said no. One said yes, and the other one was like, nah. But because she's like, I didn't want to... The reason she said no is completely different compared to the other people who said no. And I'm talking about the roomie. I know it's been better. I know I'd be better off dead anyway. But I wish I could have been more useful somehow. And Leo could have been proud of me. But I wasn't able to make even that happen. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Shoma? Would you do it all over again? I wonder. Someone like me would probably only end up with the same pathetic outcome as this time. A waste of space is still a waste of space, no matter how many times he does something.
Sorry for my devastatingly boring answer. I can hardly think anymore.
I honestly wouldn't even like... Oh, really? Where are they gonna put me at? They put me at the north side. How can I go from the south to the... From south side to the north side in here? Can I not? I guess not. That's kind of dumb if you're being honest here. Yeah, Shoma's answer is kind of what I expected. It's nothing too crazy. So, it's exactly like, oh, well, no matter what, I probably would have done the same thing anyway. Tomorrow is day 100. I can't believe we're going to reach day 100 without everyone so damn miserable. Or with everyone so damn miserable. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo those 100 days, what would you do, Tekamaru? Would you do it all over again? Huh? What'd you say? You're kidding. Of course I'd do it all over. And this time I beat the supreme dickhead and Ado in a bloody pulp.
But I can't do shit. So it's all just empty words at this point.
I think here's the thing here. Is he gonna tell them that he can go back in time? I think that's the thing. Is he gonna tell them, be like, yeah, I can actually go back in time. I have the ability to go back in time, but I don't know what the consequences will be or what will happen here to you guys. If it's a whole, like, the Earth gets raised on day 100 anyway, you might as well. So... But... Again, it's definitely one of those things that But again, if the Earth gets raised anyway... What's going to happen to us? We managed to survive up to this point, but what do we do now? Is nobody going to come for us? Am I never going to see my family again? Do I just have to stay here until Earth is destroyed? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Tsubasa? Would you do it all over again? If it meant I could see my family again, I don't want to do it all over.
But if we're doomed to die, even if we win in the end, I'm done. I don't want to fight anymore.
That's fair. As it's one of those things where she's like, I would if the outcome can be different, but if the outcome is still going to be the same where we die, then probably not. It honestly makes sense if you think about it. Why? Why do things have to end so miserably for me? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Kuarara? Would you do it all over again? Huh? What kind of juvenile question is that? If I could, I'd turn it all around. We'd win our fights and we'd survive without a single casualty.
In the name of the Osuzuki family, I'd forcibly wrench a happy ending out of the hands of fate.
Honestly, I think it's my favorite answer so far I've heard from everyone. God, the fact that there's only 9 people to talk to about this. But again, like, here's the thing. Does Takumi regain his memories and everything about what happened? Because otherwise it's going to be the exact same thing. So we'll see. Are we truly going to rot away along with Earth? Will we never see anyone from the complex again? Hey, hypothetically speaking, if you could redo these 100 days, what would you do, Koyoshika? Would you do it all over again? If I could redo it, by all means, I'd do it over again. We'd be certain to win our fights against the invaders the second time around.
Huh?
But even if we win, we still die, correct? Then maybe it's better this way?
No! 'Tis better to die a warrior rather than live meaninglessly. Isn't it? I don't know anymore.
I guess I've talked to everyone. I should probably head back to my room. So, even after I got back to my room, I kept agonizing over the same thoughts as usual. Time went by as I ruminated, and before I knew it, night had fallen. So, here's the thing about what I liked about majority of the people's answers. You had Tsubasa and Koyoshika kind of give the same answer in a way, where they're like, yeah, but we want the outcome to be different than what we don't want us. If we were destined to die no matter what we do, but in those 100 days, even if we won the fight and, you know, the plan went as accordingly and we ended up dying, then what's the point? Like, even Koyoshika at the start was like, wait, no, that'd be better. But then she's like, but wait, maybe not, and such. And same with Tsubasa. She was like, if I can see my family again after the 100 days and actually live, then yes. But if I die anyway, even if we win, then probably no. You have Tekamaru, Tekamaru and Osuzuki are really the only ones that said, well, no, Kako said it yes too. All 3 of them said yes. And they were like, yes. And Kako was even so along the lines like, I don't care, even if we did end up having to die at the end, I don't care as long as I got to do it with my brother. which was, you know, an answer I expected from her. And Tekamaru no Suzuki was like, yeah, I'd do it because I'd be able to, you know, we'd be able to beat them much better and such, and easier, and be able to fix things. Gaku and Yugamu both said no-ish. They're like, well, they didn't even like have the hopeful answers that Koyashika and Tsubasa had, where they're like, if we could undo the ending where we get to live, then yes, but if not, then no. They just straight up saying no because we're gonna die at the end anyway. They didn't even have a hopeful thought of like, oh, maybe we could live in the end. 2, 4, 6. Okay, and then Shoma kind of just had like, he didn't really have an answer, if I'm being honest. Shoma just had a Shoma answer, I guess you could say, where it's like, even if I was able to, we'd probably end up in the same hopeless situation as always. And then Darumi, she's like, no, I don't want a happy ending anyway. So she kind of said no, but completely different reasons for everyone else that said no. So I really like the variety of the answers that they gave, and like how they all had their views about it, which is pretty cool. So yeah. I liked it. I thought it was really nice. This was supposed to be my last night at Last Defense Academy. Not that it really matters now. Day 100, the day we've been striving for, is coming tomorrow. But this ending is a far cry from what any of us hoped for. Fought here in order to see the person dearest to me once again. To go back to Karuha. But my Karuha is dead. For some reason she showed up as Nozomi. Why did I say Nizuki? Nozomi Kurofuji. She died in my arms. From the moment she died, I've been full of regret. Regret that I couldn't save her. I feel the same about Iyamada Hiroko, and about not seeing Eito's betrayal coming. I regret everything. And it's not only regret that plagues me, it's also frustration. There's still so much I don't understand.
I know I'd met you before.
Huh?
Even though we talked about so many things, how did I forget?
What are you saying?
That's right. You're Taki from back then, right?
See, the way she said back then, and the fact that she doesn't remember the complex being invaded by the invaders, I think there was something else going on, like what, and it all depends on like how they were experimented on and such too. So why did Karuha show up here as Nozomi Kurofuji? Why did she forget who she was? What in the world happened to her? And then there's Eito's final words to me.
Right. That's what you think the truth is. You've got it all wrong, though.
Yeah. Am I okay not knowing? Is it really okay for things to end like this? But if I go back to the past, I'll have to fight 100 days all over again. Will I fight again? Will we go to war again? Is that the correct path for me to take? I spent my 99th night in the academy turning the same thoughts over and over in my head. And then, day 100. We finally made it to day 100. The day the undying flames were originally meant to rain down on the planet. I'm curious though, like, how would have this happened? Would we have had like would it have been a whole like, all right, you only got like 30 minutes or so, you know, pray to whatever god you pray to and, you know, say your final goodbyes to everyone and watch the world burn? Watch the world burn. It sets the air on fire. Good old Trivium song. The day we put a stop to world death by burning all of the invaders to ash, taking us with them. The day that all of humanity up on the satellite has been waiting for, but now.
Ah.
Huh? Someone's here? So open the door, a panicked voice greeted me. Takumi! Something's crazy's happened! Come right away! What is it? What happened? Just get to the war room! Everyone's already there! After that one-sided conversation, Tsubasa ran off. What was all that about? It couldn't be the invaders, could it? Did they come for their final all-out attack? If they are here, what should we do? Fight them? Do you even have a reason to keep fighting anymore? I guess we're meeting in the war room to discuss it. Better hurry. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I had a phone call. Oh, huh? There's power, and she's not wearing her tomato head. Why is this the only place with power? Did you fix it, Tsubasa? No, it wasn't me. This morning I was walking around the school and noticed the lights had come back on in here. It's only in this room, though. Everything else is still out of order. Is that why you brought us here? That's right. I called everyone here after I heard the news from Kako. Hey! Scared the piss out of me! I was convinced the invaders were attacking! I took a long look outside, but there are no signs of any enemies approaching. Is the final all-out attack not happening anymore? From the invaders' perspective, there isn't much reason to attack this place anymore. If they had any guts, they'd come after us. But I guess this is what you'd expect from the minions left after the big boss is dead. But why is there suddenly power in this room? The giant flames were powering the rest of the school. Maybe this place had a backup power source? So it just automatically went live? Why now? By the way, has anyone seen Lady Kurarara? I wonder what happened with her. I'm over here. Don't look, it's embarrassing. What happened to your mask? My doorbell rang so suddenly I was in a hurry to leave. I stepped on my mask and tore it. I'm right in the middle of fixing it. Don't look, any of you. That just makes me want to stare harder. I love teasing cute girls. Stop it, Darumi. This isn't time for that. And something new happened. Strange music suddenly started blasting through the speakers. Whoa! What the? I think I know what this is. Listen, it's the music they play for graduation ceremonies and stuff. What the hell? I've never been to a graduation, though. My teachers hated me, so I didn't get invited. But why the heck is it? The announcement echoed throughout the school, cutting off Takamaru's question.
The most important moment of this operation will soon begin.
Huh?
Lost Defense Academy will now transition to attack mode.
What? Huh? Attack mode? What's going on? What exactly is about to begin? Wait, be quiet. Do you hear that? Huh? What are you? Are the invaders coming? Strain our ears to listen to any sounds around us. Sure enough. He's right. I hear something. It's mechanical. Something's running somewhere. Something's running?
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 600 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
Evacuate?
Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch in 590 seconds.
To be fair, I think it was longer than 10 seconds, but...
Special Defense Unit members, please evacuate to the schoolyard immediately.
Evacuate? Why? It's time to go out to the schoolyard. What do we do?
Obviously, we gotta go. Let's go find out what the hell's going on.
I guess it's better than staying here and rotting. I don't want any sunlight today. This is seriously depressing. Bewildered, we all started to run to the schoolyard. I'll be right behind you. I just need to fix my mask. Alright, but hurry. No, don't look at me. I'll catch up as soon as my mask is fixed. You know, all the characters of this game have their charms. I will even lump Ima into this. He is annoying. I am going to say that. Yes, he is super annoying on all his sisters, you know, overbearingness. And maybe we'll learn better about him in other routes. But for now, he's just like, all right, boy, calm down. It'd actually be funny if there was an actual countdown happening.
Huh. Here we are in the schoolyard. I don't see nothing different about it.
Is there something here? The announcement said something about attack mode, but I don't... Should we have grabbed our infusers? Oh, everyone there. Look over there. Spasa pointed to the top of the school building. We all looked up. There were several huge missile turrets jutting out of the roof.
Whoa! What are those?
Oh, those things would have launched the missiles if there were any.
Turrets, it seems. For the missiles. Is this what it meant by attack mode? Wow.
Was the plan to firebomb the entire planet using those turrets?
With the missiles filled with undying flames.
Huh? They were going to launch the missiles from there and wipe out all the invaders on Earth, huh?
They look so sinister. But nothing's gonna happen now, is it? Those things don't work anymore, right? In theory, there's no more undying flames to fill them after all. Just then the announcement rang out all around us again.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 400 seconds.
Okay, so hold on. 600 seconds. How... If there's 60... Is that, That's 10 minutes, right? Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Right? 60 seconds to a minute, so that's 10 minutes.
Leading up to the omnidirectional attack, all defenses will be rerouted to the intercept system.
The intercept system?
Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
Oh, look, there would have been an escape pod. That's nice. Escape pod?
Repeat.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 390 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
Whoa.
An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Escape pod?
Please the party
Is that for getting us out of
boarding
here?
the escape pod. Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Kurara. Does this mean if we board this escape pod, we can get to the artificial satellite?
Huh? Then we were actually going to go home from the very start? They had to wait for us to get out. We weren't going to be abandoned. Hey! Hey, what is that? What's happening? Lady Kurara, you managed to fix your mask. Enough about my mask, you dullard. What the hell is that thing? Escape pod, apparently. Looks like we can use it to get to the artificial satellite. So we don't have to stay here. Freaking sweet. We're gonna get our happy ending after all. I mean, will we? The mission kind of technically failed, but... I'm so happy about it, Rag Boy. If we know this was coming, we never have agreed to the enemy's proposal. What were Nozomi's and Ima's sacrifices for? She's right. The whole tragedy happened because we wanted to escape. If we just trusted in humanity and fought until the end like Nozomi said, maybe then the mission would have been a success, and we wouldn't have lost her. And Ima. We dug our own graves. We could have had a happy ending all along, but we messed it up. Kurara's right. Should have believed Nozomi. Made the wrong choice, and this is what we get for it. We screwed ourselves over with our own decisions. But when you think about it, aren't the people on the satellite to blame for keeping us in the dark? If they just told us about the escape pod from the start, this never would have happened. Yeah, I've got a point.
Maybe they had some reason they couldn't contact us, even if they wanted to. Who cares about any of that anymore? I don't care whose fault it is. We made the wrong call. That's why Nozomi and Ima are dead. What a tragic end to our tale. I wish we could do it all over again. Huh? If we could go back in time and do it over again, we wouldn't make the same mistakes again. We could do it right and get our happy ending. Whoever developed the game of life is a real scumbag for not giving us any retries. If we could redo things. If we could go back to the past, I am saving the game right now. When you save in the middle of the event, you will be placed at the start of the event when you load the save data. Well, okay, I might as well just save for... Oh, I didn't even save at all. Shit. I just have the autosave. Well, I'm just gonna save here anyway. We stood there in silence until eventually...
60 seconds until the omnidirectional attack.
I'm gonna see...
Countdown.
I'm gonna see the ending for this. Hey, we've only got 60 seconds left.
Not like we got any reason to rush. Nothing's gonna happen.
30 seconds remaining.
I mean, maybe just be on the safe side, we should just go. Because what if the thing has an auto launch? So then silence, listening to countdown ring out.
20 seconds remaining.
This countdown represents a future that we were unable to reach. The moment the world was meant to end. The moment a new world was meant to begin.
10 seconds remaining.
The long, arduous battle we fought in order to reach that future.
5 seconds remaining.
It was all meaningless in the end.
3, 2, 1.
Our war ended not with a bang, but a whimper.
Error. A catastrophic error has occurred in the system. Unable to execute omnidirectional attack. Error. A catastrophic error has occurred in the system. Unable to execute omnidirectional attack.
Nothing happened. The mission really has failed now. It's all our fault. I'm a disgrace to the Osuzuki name. What do we do now? What else? Our only option is to hop in the escape pod and head to the artificial satellite. That's right. There's nothing left here except invaders. No point sticking around.
Guess Earth is gonna get destroyed by world death eventually.
I want to fly in a rocket. The last one never even left the ground. But how could we possibly face everyone on the satellite? They're going to be so mad, aren't they? Will they forgive us? We'll have to bow our heads and ask for forgiveness. Let's rub our faces on the floor until they've all scraped up. But we tried, right? Risk our lives to fight for them.
doesn't mean a damn thing if we didn't produce results. I have to manually listen to what everyone had to say. Nothing we lost would ever return. There's nothing we could do anymore. Is this really the ending we want? It's time to give my answer. It's time to choose the right path for me. Time to deal it, what to buy. It's time for me to choose my path. Power of my God's hand. No enemy, da 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 da. Get to decide. Press forward and trust my decision. In order to make that happen, choose your destiny. Decide your destiny. Return to the past. Yes or no? No. I want to see where this one goes. Because this is an ending right here. This is technically an ending. It's your future. Is this okay? Can I really let things end this way? No. It can't end like this. I don't want it to. Oh man, I don't even. Fuck you. I don't even get a choice. So what this actually tells me is during the first option in the literal prologue, where it's like, do you fight the invaders to save I almost said Nozomi, which technically is right, or to save Karua? If you pick no, it'd be like, no, I'm not doing that, and then you have the whole thing again.
I can't let things end like this.
Huh? You say something, Takumi? Can't let things end this way with regret. Can't go into the future like this. I want a do-over. Takumi?
Hey!
Guys, I might be able to save us. All of us here. All the people on the artificial satellite. Even our friends who've died. What? What's going on?
Hey!
Everyone, I need you to hear me out. Determined, I began to explain what happened to me. But my body feeling the effects of absorbing cryptoglobin from the Undying Flames boy. And what it was I was about to attempt. I told him everything. You mean freaking time travel? Back to the past? I can hardly believe it. Is cryptoglobin really that powerful?
Huh?
Flying on the wings of time would be truly epoch-defying event. No. Who's ever heard of a killing game where they let you go back in time? Oh wait, there's actually a ton of them. So you're saying you're considering using that power to go back in time? Yes, I want a do-over. I'll do whatever it takes to get back what we've lost. So we're going to use cryptoglobin to go back in time. To change our outcome. You're the only one who can go back, right? We really can't go with you. I want to help Ima too. I'm sorry. That won't be possible. So basically, you're the only one who gets to leave the present where everything's gone to shit. Gonna ban us failures here and do it all over again by yourself, huh? If the Takumi goes back to the past and saves us, this will change and we'll be saved too, right? I guess it all depends on how the effects play out. Yes, is it gonna be the are we doing the whole multiversal theory where you go back in time and you move one rock to the left and that changes the trajectory of that path line forever? Or is it a whole go back in time to kill Hitler before anything happens and you change that timeline or whatever? The present might change the moment the past has changed. Or history could branch off and this present would never change at all. Yeah. Only both outcomes are just armchair theories, so we'll never really know unless Takumi tries. Both of them sound pretty cool to me. If the writer's any good, they can make an outcome interesting. Oh, Darumi, you're so meta. So there's no knowing what will happen to us here, including whether anything will change or not. I'm still confused. Can anyone explain it using manga as a reference. Think of it as Bites the Dust from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but instead of it being an hour or whatever, it's actually 100 days. Have you ever read the one with the blue robot cat? Or whatever she's referencing. I'm not too familiar with that, at least with that description. It might be one of those things like, oh, this is the name of it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard of it, but with that description, I don't know. The one thing we know for sure is that Takumi's the only one who can redo the past. It's not fair. You'll be the only one who gets to feel better. Yeah, but I'd have to do the 100 days again, so... Basically, it means you're gonna abandon us. Knowing that, are you still gonna do it? If you gotta discard the people you fought beside. Shouldn't you maybe rethink this? There's no reason to subject yourself to this war all over again. Just forget about it and come on and satellite with us. We can all live a nice, quiet life up there. Give it to us straight, Takumi. If I don't like your answer, I can't promise I'll be able to control myself. Oh shit. Is this the real choice now? I'm hitting no. I'm hitting no. No. No matter what I might try to tell myself. Can't end like this. I don't want it to. Okay. The illusion of choice! This first choice means bullshit. Oh my god, they even like put a check mark to be like, you've done that already. Oh, that's gonna be super helpful. Not that it will really matter. I am so curious. I kind of hope that there's a way that they'd be like, okay, you can rewind to this point of time during this timeline, and instead of picking that answer, you pick a different answer. I don't know. I hope to see how it works when we get to that point. It's your future.
I'm sorry. I have to go back. No matter what. I have to take back what this war took from me.
You're serious, aren't you? Yeah. Going back in time. So we won't be going to the artificial satellite together. The person I cared about isn't waiting for me there anymore. I have no reason to go. I'm going to redo everything and get her back. That's why I'm going to fight again. Looks like you ain't going to listen to anything we have to say. In that case, go for it, man. If you're that determined, just do what you gotta do. That means this is goodbye. Sorry, Tekamaru. Again, it's a whole... So, there could be 3 outcomes to this. 1, it's straight up this line gets erased and it doesn't happen and we can change the outcome. So that's the one, like Tsubasa said, the armchair theory. You have that one where this gets... Where as soon as I start going back in time, everything just starts slowly rewinding or getting erased as we make our way back to the first day, and it stops, and it's basically, hey, it's all up in the air now. Or it's a whole, this point in time for us stops, we disappear, but everyone is still here, and we just move ourselves all the way back to the first day, and our choices will branch off. And this third one is very similar to that, where my consciousness moves into the body of the one over... This is the Steins Gate one, where my which I don't think will happen. This is the one where my consciousness and the consciousness of myself from day one switch places. So then when I'm still here and everyone's like, what the fuck? Hey, I thought you were going to go back in time. Takumi will be like, whoa, I don't know half of you people here, and the rest of you I just saw in the room, I don't even know your names and all that stuff. Which, again, I don't think that one's going to happen. I'm pretty sure... I mean, it's either or. Sorry, Tekamaru. Takumi, you're really going to go? I wish I could join you. I'm sorry, Kako. I hope... I mean, it would be nice if everything, like... If I had you absorb invaders and all the power-ups I gave you worked out, too. Which I'm going to assume it will. So, like, maybe their stuff will still be there, which is, again, gonna be weird because it's a whole... What's gonna... Like, how is that gonna work? Is it gonna be like, oh, no, only my... Which I don't think is, I don't think it's gonna be the case, but like only my upgrades to my skills and everything are gonna carry over. I don't think that'll be the case. I'm pretty sure they'll also have everyone else's upgrades. If not, that'll kind of really suck. But maybe they'll be like, oh, here's all the materials that you use to upgrade everyone else, but the materials you use to upgrade your stuff won't be brought back to you. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sorry, Kako. Man, I don't get you at all. You gotta be crazy to want to fight again after everything we've been through. All I can say is, good luck. Thank you for spending all of this time with a filth-bag pig like me. Be well, Takumi. I'm also curious again, like, all those will have, like, actual endings, but will there be a point, like, here again, where it's like, do you like this ending? You can go back in time, you can stay here, and you can be like, nah, I like this ending, and then you're fine. Or you can say, yes, I won't go back in time, so. I don't really understand what's going on, but I bid you farewell, Sir Takumi. Godspeed. May you be victorious. This doesn't mean I forgive you. In fact, I'll hold this against you until I die. But if you're going to do this, make sure you do it right. Don't let Nozomi die this time. Of course. Bye-bye, Takumi. If you find yourself in a real kill game, summon me into that timeline isekai style. I guess we should get going. The remainder of humanity is waiting for us on the unofficial satellite. Yeah, that's right. Goodbye, Takumi.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
And so everyone except me stepped onto the escape pod. Nobody turned to look back at me or the school. A short while after, all of them had boarded. Oh, they can at least find happiness over there. May have failed the mission, but they still risk their lives for the sake of humanity. They have the right to live happily lives from here on. They should be rewarded even. I'm sure they'll be fine. Unlike me, they have people they love waiting for them up there. Yeah, fuck my mom and my dad. I don't know, actually, do I have a dad? I know I have a mom, but as time goes on, I'll be able to find more people to cherish. I'm sure they'll be able to live happily. It just won't be on Earth. That's all. Huh? Now then, I better get going. I don't actually know how I'm supposed to go back in time, though. Should I just activate my redo skill?
Nothing left to do but try.
God damn myself! Redo your 100 days. Redo your 100 days. Let's do it to it.
What the?
Whoa. Okay. Or is this them bringing... I think this is them bringing us to the school.
Takumi, hello? Say something if you're still there. We just got to the artificial satellite and it's awful.
Hey, asshole! Now's not the time for time travel! We just found out the craziest shit! Are you ready for this?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, shit. Everything on the artificial satellite's actually wrong. Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh, you motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! Oh, that's great. That's so fucking great. They left it up in the air like that, so now we don't know what's actually on the artificial satellite. Because I think no matter what we do down here, it will always be that up there. Ah, shit. Past decides the future. The future decides the past.
Time to do it all over again. One more time.
Thank you for playing the prologue to 100 Line Last Defense Academy.
Return to the past. As far back as the power of the cryptoglobin will allow me to go. I'll redo everything from that point onward, so I can protect the one I care about the most. I'm sick of being full of regret. I'm going to choose my own future. And I'll fight all over again to make it happen. I'll fight the past with the future in my hands. I get to decide what the future will be now. I'll use my power to choose the ending I want.
I will now have choices.
The past and the future. It all starts now. Until the moment I die, I'll fight to live. This time, I have to press forward and trust in my decision.
Here's the thing. I think the first thing, maybe one of the first things you should do is like talk to Sirei about Ado. Oh my god, we even get a credit sequence? Oh my god. Well, here's the Japanese version. Are we gonna Ghost Boy? Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, sweet. Here's the English voice cast. Let's see if there's any names I recognize. Not necessarily, which is first of all, thank you for that. Thank you for showing the English voice casting. They never have, I don't think they did that in Raincoat, but that was like in the opening. Oh my god, I fucking love this. I love the fact that they have stuff blanked out. Like, they had characters blanked out because they were characters that like who didn't have like an actual voice, like real voice lines. That's probably the name of the invaders and such. But so that's great. I love that. Why this stuff is being blocked out, I don't know, but I'm sure, you know, it'll be awesome if just it's opening up as it, you know, comes through. First things first, I fucking love this game. This game's great. I am going to keep playing this. We are going to get another ending at least. What happens after that, I'm not entirely sure. And how am I going to do this differently? Am I going to just take out all the fighting sequences? Or what? I'm not entirely sure, because there's a whole, well, I don't know. Maybe it'd be interesting if there's points where it's like, hey, you can skip this fight. Because you don't get experience, you really don't get anything. I mean, you do get BP in the end, depending on how you do, so maybe there won't be anything like that. But maybe we'll be so overpowered that it won't really matter. You could be like, oh yeah, you can wipe out this like that. Like, Tsubasa, right off the bat, if I can have Tsubasa, I just need to power her up and make sure she takes out at least one or two of the invaders that gives you AP. So then you can just go bam, 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 and just go ham with her. That'd be great. Also, the song rocks. It's really fucking good. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, no, this is great. But no, I think one of the first things that Takumi should do is he needs to go talk to Sirei about Ado. So I'm going to assume we're going to wake up back in the school on day one, like how we did where we were all in the classroom, and be like, what's going on and all that stuff. So It'd be interesting. I'm going to assume that's where we will be, because where else would we be? I think this game's great. Kodaka and Uchikoshi are great. And as a matter of fact, I think I mentioned this before, but Kodaka has another game coming out in September, which I'm very looking forward to that. And I will be picking that up. And it's another Tokyo Games game, so that's great. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I will be playing that because these games are great. Anything by Kodaka and Uchikoshi is great. I highly recommend. If Danganronpa isn't your thing, I think you would love Zero Escape. The Zero Escape games, they're great. Raincoat is fantastic. AI the Somnium Files, Kodaka has a hand in that. He doesn't have a hand in the new one coming out later this year, or in July, but still. 100 Line Last Defense Academy to be continued. Fuck, man. Fuck. Oh, how many save files do I even have? Oh my god. Clear zero. Fucking Christ. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I just want to get a little bit of a nibble. Or are they just taking me to the... Oh, they're just taking me to the main menu again, aren't they? Oh, you motherfuckers. Oh. Honestly, that's probably the best. That's probably the best that they take you back to the main menu. Oh my god. It's even different here. Load your clear save data from the main menu to continue the story. 2! We are on the pathway to the second way. Did I get anything new here? I did. I think that should be one of the things that Sirei, again, I think Takumi... I am curious, though, like... like, when we go to our next... When we go to our next timeline... Will we get... What kind of sucks here is, like... I mean, I guess it all depends. I'm curious if, like... I'm going to assume it looks like there isn't going to be any... At least... in the unlocked gallery, unless they unlock more pages later on. And they're just showing us 8 pages right now. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 12 is 72. 72, 73, 74, 75. So that's 75 CGs here that we have yet to unlock. I guess 99 endings. I got 99 endings and the first one ain't one. No new videos, and there's only 24 of those. Oh, I like that. Oh, I have to look at the soundtrack that came with the collector's edition. Of Rumble. I'll have to look at the soundtrack that came with the collector's edition, just to see what just to see what it all Just to see what it all has on it. Or do I actually like have to watch them in order for them to count? I mean, I guess the good news is like all I gotta do is just hold that, so it's not that big of a deal, but still. Ooh boy. I think I am gonna end it off here, but I think it is a very like I kind of like because again, not only is it a whole, we're left wondering what's gonna happen now. How are our choices actually going to affect things now? Will our where will we see these choices manifest? Like, again, I feel like the first choice should be something along the lines with Ado. Be like, okay, expose Ado or not expose Ado. But then again, I don't know. Your first decision has to be a very big one, because that is going to what will start the path. So you could do, I could literally do the entire Okay, I hate the fact that the blue things are still there, even though I've already looked at everything. That is where it's gonna diverge. So I feel like it's a whole, whatever your first choice is, it will be between doing something or, I mean, obviously that's what the choices are going to be, is either doing one thing or doing something else. But I mean it in the way of like, your first choice needs to be do this one thing that is going to change everything, or don't do everything and everything will keep following the same path we were on beforehand. Oh, and that's where I'm going to be if I'm going to be honest, that's where I'm going to be conflicted for a while. It's like, should I stay true? Should I just stay on the same path we were on? Or should I change it right away and guarantee something new? I mean, I'm going to guarantee something new regardless. But, oh, we have barely scratched the surface of this game. We have just started opening we just started opening the box that contains another box that contains another box that contains the surface that is wrapped up in like 3 layers of plastic, and we have to take each layer of plastic off one by one before we can even scratch it. So we are that far away before scratching the surface. I feel like we won't scratch the surface until we're at least at ending maybe 20. I guess it all depends on like how things go and how everything else happens afterwards. So there's that. Like, again, it's a whole, how will battles work? Is it a whole, is there a way where it's like, again, here's my first thing. If the first choice, let's say the first choice happens before the first defense battle happened at the academy, and my choice somehow affects there being an attack or not, or maybe it affects who comes and joins in the fight or not. If I choose not to change it and we go the exact same way we were going and we do that defense battle again, will there be a way to be like, oh, since you've already done this fight, you can skip it? And I would honestly be 100% okay with them saying, if you skip the fight, you won't get the result screens and you won't get any BP as a reward. I'll be like, I'm fine with that. I'm going to have, how many new battles are we going to have in this game that I think it would be totally okay that I can skip the ones that we have already done? Like, if there is a choice to be, say like, okay, I probably won't skip the cutscenes because we should. If everything is as it should, if everything goes as I think it is, I think we still have the Undying Flames boys' power. So at some like we should still have the power that we had. So we should be able to understand the invaders now. So we should know what they are saying when they come and join, when they come into the fights. So I won't be skipping. I won't be skipping any dialogue stuff. I won't be doing that. But again, and maybe the battle could somehow change differently that way. But if it is straight up, hey, this is the same fight you've done, there's going to be nothing that will change during the actual fighting portion of it, then you can skip it. You just won't get BP rewards, which I'll be A-okay with. Because again, like I said, there's going to be hundreds of new fights that we're going to be doing. There's going to be obviously the exploration, obviously the VR training. There's going to be multiple ways for us to get BP, and even at some point, we would no longer need BP. I don't think BP is well, actually it might be. I was like, I don't think BP is needed to make gifts. I think it is, but not as much as, like, you know, as it costs to, you know, upgrade your abilities and upgrade your defensive items, upgrade the whatever else you can do with the BP. And plus, like I said, you can go out to explore. We'll go and get the treasures, and you can also get BP that way too. Granted, it's not as much as you can during fights, but then again, like I said, you have the VR training. You have so many other ways to get BP rather than doing it from fights that you have already done that aren't really going to change as you play through it. So I'm very interested in that. And God, as much as I really want to go into it right now, I am going to leave it here for you guys. And that is going to do it for this part of Let's Play the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. We are definitely going to do another route, I say. And depends on what everything else happens. I may or may not. I mean, I'll probably end up doing more than one other route. I'll probably do like maybe 2 or 3 ones after, so like a total of 5 or 4 routes. But I guess it all depends on everything else, because don't get me wrong, even though I do like this game, the fights can drag on for a bit, and especially could drag on if it's a fight that I have already done and there won't be anything different that will change. Again, the only things that might change is that we're able to hear the commanders talk. It all depends. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest here, there's a part of me that doesn't want to do anything different until we get to whatever day it was where we fought the invader that we took as prisoner. Granted, yes, unfortunately, Sirei and Hiroko will both be dead, but I think that'd be a very interesting spot to start another route at. Unless for whatever reason, for this second route, we are locked into a few things at the start where things will already be different, and then eventually we get to change stuff. I guess it all depends on that as well. It's like no, you will be able to make choices, you just can't make the choices yet. You are still technically locked on this linear path. So yeah. So we have all of that. Whatever's going on with the artificial satellite stuff too, like, damn. Honestly, I probably would have waited. I mean, it's a good thing he didn't go as they were still there, but I probably would have waited too, just to be like, I don't know how he would have heard. Like, maybe they could be like, hey, how about before you go back in time? But I totally get why they didn't do it, so they could set up the intrigue of this for not only us, the players, but of course Takumi. So, but it could definitely be one of the things where it's so interesting to know what is going on the artificial satellite, and if anything we do will affect what changes up there, or if the artificial satellite is fucked already, no matter what. Kind of similar to Eito. Eito is already fucked. There's going to be nothing that we do that will change his mindset and view of how he views humanity. We can change some stuff, like we can change it to make sure he doesn't attack and everything, and, you know, keep him on a leash type thing. but ultimately he's going to be the crazy psychopaths guy that we learned about in the last video. So, but all right, guys. Thank you all. How many parts did this take? This was part, what, 23, 24, 25? I don't know. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click and comment down below what you liked about the video, didn't like about the video, and let me know, guys, what you think of the first ending. Do you even want to call that an ending? Is that one of the 100 endings, or is that technically the prologue and we haven't even reached our first ending yet? I mean, because look at this. Load. It's clear 0. So that just makes me think that no, we haven't done jack fuck all yet. So we haven't even reached our first ending, even though that says 2. Yeah, I'm very interesting to see how that works, but we'll see. So yeah, guys, let me know at least how you thought about. I mean, we got credits, so it should count as an ending. We'll see, but yeah, let me know what you thought about everything that we just experienced and such. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to our main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RBG Kimkit Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.